paint these. I've put on about 3 layers of primer on these, and so now I'm going to go ahead and spray paint them with the same color of my Jeep Wrangler. I always order my paint from them, and it's the color match. So I'm going to go ahead and spray those up. Well, I'm running out. This is near the end, so it'll be enough. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So I'm going to put about 3 coats on these, or until I run out what's remaining in the can, and also throw some clear coat on it. Alright guys, so here we are. Here's the system here. We have our 2 pieces, and according to the instructions here, this is how it should lay out on there. Quite simple. Just 2 bolts to connect these together. And then for the plates that go behind this right here, remember these were silver when I got them. I've painted them orange to match the color of the Jeep, so they'll go behind that, and so you'll be able to see the orange come through there. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to do that. I didn't have much of my orange paint left, but enough, and then I put about 4 coats of clear coat on top of that. And here's the hardware here, and I don't want all that silver being shown through there, so after I put them in, I'm also going to take some black paint just to cover up the silver on here. So the only thing we really need is a 8mm socket and an Allen's wrench. So I got all of my different sizes here, so I just find a proper size to get the back side of that. Alright, so I'll start connecting this up. Hey guys, so I thought maybe I'll let you guys open this box with me that I just received. I wanted to do an opening review of these inner fender liners for the Jeep JK JKUs. These are the fronts. They're off of Amazon. They're a no-name brand. I believe the name is called something like Maker, M-A-I-K-E-R. I'll do a link in the comment section. And so I wanted to just do the initial review of them. I'm going to be installing these on my Jeep soon, but I'm also going to be installing the Bushwhacker fender liners. So I wanted to do these at the same time. So I wanted to order these in. They arrived, and so they come packaged up as such. Those are those inserts that you see. I did the silver. I know some people do the red, but my Jeep is orange, so I think the red wouldn't look too good. And comes with the hardware as well. I'm sure there's going to be some modifications along the way. And as always, when you're buying these Chinese-made products, they are minimal instructions. So let's see what we got here. Kind of crudely wrapped up for one. So there's one. That insert will go back behind here. Most likely I'll paint these orange like the orange, so it'll be an orange look back there. And of course this one will be for the other side. There's another one. And then the last 2 pieces. So it's not really much here. That much. And let's see here. So I would assume based off of what we have here is that I want to go something to the degree of here and let's see here, maybe it's assuming something like that. So maybe or maybe something like that. I'll double check to see which one is the proper one, but not much. I actually, in the pictures, they look like they would be bigger, but just visually. So this is what we have so far, thickness-wise. Not the thickest, but currently you have plastic ones down there, so I don't think you really need anything really heavy gauge down there. The coating, I'm hoping it holds up from any type of rust. Coating is fine. I've brushed them up against each other and I don't see any markings left behind, whereas some of those particle-coated things, only the slightest feather touch it and you end up with a marking. But they seem to be pretty good. And during the installation, we'll see how it is as far as how the holes line up and how it fits inside on the side of the Jeep. So my initial open box impression is that it's not bad. I don't see anything to complain about. This right here is just raw metal, really. You can see the brush strokes they put on here. Probably just took something circular, a wire brush, and created that. I suspect this will be rusted in a second. I think there's a thin coating of something on there, but I wouldn't expect that to hold up. I think you'll start seeing some browning right away on here. So this will definitely be painted orange like the color of my Jeep. Alright, so now I'm going to paint these. I've put on about 3 layers of primer on these. And so now I'm going to go ahead and spray paint them with the same color of my Jeep Wrangler. I always order my paint from them, and it's the color match. So I'm going to go ahead and spray those up. Well, I'm running out. This is near the end, so it'll be enough. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So I'm going to put about 3 coats on these, or until I run out what's remaining in the can, and also throw some clear coat on it. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, I'm going to take my plate and put it behind here to so just got 3 holes, just got to line them up. So, and that's the color that originally was, a silver, and I painted it orange. So I'll just line it up there. And of course the screws will come through from the other side. Tighten that down. I'm taking a look in there just to make sure there weren't some shorter ones, but they're really all the same. They're all the same length. So thought maybe it would have been something a little shorter. Last one on there. that. I'm going to take my socket. And get the correct size Allen's wrench. Yep, like that one should do it. And tighten these puppies up. Don't worry about me scratching the table. We're going to be replacing this in better days. Alright, and that's it. And now you can see with the orange coming through, I think that looks pretty sharp. And then at that point, we'll have that like this. This on top like that. And we'll put a couple of screws through. Flip it over like that. And make it slightly easier. Access to the kind of large holes, actually. And rather large holes. Much bigger than the bolt you're putting through. So that's the final setup there. And so what I will do, I'm going to paint these all black and put the other one together. And then once we're all done with that, we can start to install them on the Jeep. All right. All right. So before putting on the new Bushwhacker fenders, first thing I want to do is put in the new fender liners. See, I've already put the two pieces together, and I've already put the plate in the back. So you can see I painted it the same color as the Jeep. That was the original color of brushed metal. So I ended up just painting it, and so now I think that looks a lot better. And so essentially, it's going to go up in there. There are two mounting points right here that I'll do the initial hole. This cable over here is for my winch, so I'm going to get that out of the way a bit. And I want to be able to have access to my plug too as well. So I have to make sure of that. So essentially it's going to go something like that there. See, am I blocking it? Something like that. I think that's going to look pretty hot. So you got the two holes up there for screws. There's a hole right here. It's already, and I think I'm going to have to drill here, drill there. Yeah, and probably drill here too as well. So I think those are the drill points. So let's get a couple bolts. Get these up in there. Let's see here. I think I have a couple of the bolts right here. I think these will do it. think those are too big. Maybe these right here. Yeah, I think these are the ones. The ones that were in there are quite ugly, so I may end up getting some black ones and replacing them eventually. All right. Trouble comes in at attempting to keep this plug visible at the same time. The short cable. Now I'm going to put one in first to help me out. Don't like that because the cord will be pushing up against this metal, and I'm sure that will eventually chafe and cause a short. So I'm going to probably cut that wire and splice it in a longer wire. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'd rather have it out here, and that way I can reinforce it with some type of sleeve around it to make sure that any chafing won't cut that wire, it won't slice into the wire. All right. Wrong one. And so these other mounting points here and here, where I'm going to have to drill into it, is meant to give it that stability. And instead of using with the hardware they provided, I ended up getting some self-tapping screws, and I'm going to use that instead. All right, try to drill. I think I'll put the bolt in first, the screw in first before trying to set the other one. I don't want to have it off-centered once it's time to start bolting them down. going to see if I can use this to kind of set a little divot there to help my drill stay centered. I don't think that's going to work. Haha. I have a punch somewhere, but I'm not sure where it's at. There's one, there's two, and I believe we may have two on the other side. See that? Put one right here. It's not quite lining up. I don't like that part. Push the lever back a bit and get the drill. Put my finger behind there to make sure there's no wires or anything I want to drill into. Love this angle drill. And now I just need to get one more of the sub-tappers. Let's try a smaller one with a bigger head. And follow it up like that. I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger with my step-up bit. finally got it. Now it's pretty rock solid up in there. I think it looks pretty good. That's the only one I know I'm not going to get on. It's actually about a finger's width in between there. So, I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Between this hole and there. That's not going to get back there. So, I'm not sure what that's all about. Alright, so I have the fender liner back in now. I'm putting another one of these little clips on here to receive a screw, which goes on this one right here, this piece that sticks out. So I'll preset that on there. Roughly put it, I think I put it in upside down because the screw is going to come in from the bottom. So that means the part with that little lip back here needs to be on top. So I'll put it approximately in the middle there. And I'm just going to do a dry fit now. I'm not going to actually install it on. There's a few little things I want to do. So if everything goes right, these channels right here should lock right into these. And this bar right here actually goes inside the fender. That plate not being butt up against there is causing me an issue right now. So there's a bit of a gap up here. Remember, because this part of the fender liner isn't all the way against there, it's actually causing me an issue. So I may have to do some trimming on that fender liner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark it off where it is blocking it, which is here, and it comes around here to there. So that is what is blocking it. So everything behind here, metal-wise, I'm going to have to cut off. I'm not sure why it sticks out that far, but yeah, that's going to be coming off. Alright, so where you see the red chalk line head here, that's where I need to trim off at, so that the new fender will be able to go past this in order to seat properly. So I'm taking my angle grinder and I'm going to trim that off. Alright, the fender liner is in, and over here where I cut it at, it looks pretty damn good, if I may say so myself.